let's get started. So I'm going to jump right into some real life experiences specific with Kevin and Mark, and then we're going to pivot a little bit over to Kathy for some industry research knowledge.
We have a distinct advantage over many other industries, as you mentioned, Costco or a grocery store, or let's say Disney or United Airlines. What we have is large convention centers, huge spaces to social distance. The convention center itself is the greatest safety feature we have available to us. And I think that's something that we have not done a really good job of sharing. And people, when you come into a convention center, you've got all the space in the world.
One great quote that we had from one of our exhibitors at Surf Expo, and I quote, "The opening day of Surf Expo show was our single best day at a trade show ever." Now that's quite a testament, in pandemic time.
The important thing to note here is that it took us 10 years to recover from the Great Recession. We had just gotten to the point in 2019 where we were going to see some sustained growth. And the fact that this recovery appears right now to be much shorter in nature is really good news indeed.
So it's not a light switch, but it's a pretty quick recovery in comparison to other things the industry's gone through. That's good information. Georgia World Congress, I just have to mention, has one of the really nice pointed websites as far as safety. And the thing we really liked about their site as we were looking at to prep some client shows, they really break down nicely the different types of events. So they're not just lumping conventions in with a sporting event or a concert or different types of things that could happen at Georgia World Congress Center. Obviously, it's not just conventions all the time. So they do a nice job of pulling that out and really distinguishing conventions.
There are priorities in terms of what we're seeking from Congress. One of those is, business travel tax credits that were eliminated years ago. So that is something that we feel is important. Also, financial relief. Obviously, the liability issue. It's tremendous. Companies, may be concerned about sending their staff to a show because of the potential liability if that person does contract the COVID virus. So working on some liability protections there.
What's going to be different? What is it going to look like? What's going to surprise you when you come to an event? Ultimately, we're all used to social distancing at this time. We're all used to wearing masks. We're all used to using hand sanitizer. These are things that are ingrained in our society. So I don't believe that the surprise and the shock for people when they come to an event will be the safety protocols which are in place. I believe the surprise, which I've seen firsthand, is how excited people are to get back to seeing people face to face.
We understand that having detailed safety protocols in place and clearly communicating them is a key to those folks in the middle feeling comfortable and coming to our shows. Because what they've clearly said to me is that they really, really want to be there if it's safe.
The numbers aren't as they're used to, so the traffic is lighter, but the buyers are more serious. They've made more of an effort to be there. They're there for a reason, and they're committed to make purchases. They have a reason to be there rather than browse. So yes, they're quality buyers.
It's still critical to communicate clearly and often. Exhibitors have to fully understand the protocols that will be in place, and that at least for 2021, the size of the shows and the number of attendees coming in are likely to be down, and perhaps in some cases significantly. And it's a good idea for exhibitors to let their customers know and their prospects know that they're going to be planning on being at the show, and then have them ask their customers if they plan on attending as well.
There is light, and I'm feeling, optimistic that the industry is going to recover. Hang in there. We all miss being at events. I think as organizers and contractors, we all believe that we can create a safe environment and that we welcome our exhibitors and our attendees to come back and conduct business.
I would agree with Kathy. I feel much more optimistic than I have in the last few months. I'm very comfortable with the safety measures that are being put in place to make it viable for folks to get together. The biggest thing, like I said earlier, is communicate and be transparent with your customers. Have a detailed health and safety plan that is in conjunction with local and building health authorities that you're all working together.
Yeah, I'll say to people, be a leader, get out there, help us provide solutions, help build confidence in our industry. And we will find the solutions together. We have found them together. Be part of that, get involved, and we can make this happen.